But we think, bird. When we hear the bird, bird is me, already. I am not listening to bird. Bird is here, in my mind already. And I'm singing with bird. P. If you think when you are reading something, if you think bird is there, blue jay is over my roof. Blue jay is singing, but their voice is not so good. When you think in that way, that is noise. When you are not disturbed by the blue jay, the blue jay will come right into your heart, and you will be a blue jay, and blue jay will reading something. Then the blue jay doesn't disturb your reading because you think blue jay is there. Blue jays should not be over my roof. When you think in that way, that is more primitive understanding of being. Why we understand things in that way is because of our want of practice. When you practice Zazen more, you can accept things as your own, whatever it is.
The longer you practice Zen, I think the less you know what it's about, and the less you know what you're doing. In a sense that you can verbalize it or answer some question coherently. If you ask most students here, what's Zen, they'll kind of laugh at you. It's like a palace with so many rooms, and you're in one room, and then you're in another room, and you can't describe that palace with all of those rooms in it. Or it's like a jewel with many sides. And as you practice through the cold of the winter and through the part of the summer when there are flies, you're always in a different room. But the variety of experience that comes in the total simplicity of this way of life is astounding. Our practice at Tassajara and Suzuki Roshi's practice is not based on attainment. It's based on living totally in each moment, of giving life to your life situation at each moment. And not really even at each moment, because that becomes some kind of plan that you set for yourself. But more simply, in this moment, in living in this moment. And the only time that you ever are is now. And the only place that you ever are is here. And what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? With the person that you meet, with the eating bowls as you open them in the morning, with the bread as you're kneading it, it either is alive or it's not. And to live totally in that one moment, the only moment that you ever live in, is the emphasis in our practice. And any notion that you have of searching takes you out of that moment. And any notion that you have of something that you're going to attain in the future only takes you out of that moment. Some people ask, well, if there's nothing to attain, then why are you practicing? What's the purpose of sitting zazen, of getting up at 3:45 in the middle of the winter with no heat in the morning? And there's no answer to that question. But here we are, and we're doing it.
It's like I got into Zen without even being aware of it. It was like before I knew it, it had taken my life. A lot of people, when they start sitting, are very hesitant. It takes them a long time to get into it. You come, and then you go away for a while, and you come back. But,
How did you get into it?
Well, I read a book, and then I came to San Francisco, and I started sitting, and that was it. I met Roshi, and as soon as I could, I came to Tassajara, and I've been here ever since.
If we try to listen to something wonderful, it means that to ignore the word which we are listening now. When you think Buddha said something wonderful, and I must find out what he meant, then your mind is directed to Buddha's words, so you don't hear the words. So always we sacrifice various actual reality because we stick to something. And we stick to something which looks like very good, but that is not so good. If we have this kind of attitude when we listen to words or teaching even, we will lose our life. And maybe our whole life will be sacrificed because of some special teaching. So our way is rather to enjoy, our life right now without sacrificing. This is a kind of desire, which human being has. To some extent, desires we have.